still a little bit confused why that thing still works, yet all the oil was leaking. You ready? Woo-wee! Let's see. Oh, sweet, sweet freedom. What is this? Out, out, out. There it is. I gotta be honest. It looks rather tiny once it's out. Rather dainty, if I say so myself. But, all right. Success. There it is. There is the part. The crappy piece of plastic. That's what we came here for. All right, I kind of got you in there. Okay, come on, get out of my way. Now let's. Oh, that. So, don't want to just smash it off because I want to take it out and test it, confirm it's not working. So as far as I can tell, that thing there, which looks like it might turn or whatnot, it does feel kind of loose, is part of the PCV valve. So it might, in theory, I think it just pops off. So I'm gonna just try just a wee bit. Okay, I don't want to break it, but oh, look at that, that's cracked. Come on now, come on. Hey, there's nothing metal on this car. All right, let's see if I can get you in a better place. Well, let's figure out what this is and let's get it off. So these are 8mm. Let's get the ones we can see. Okay, 3. Okay, what is that? 5, 6. All right. Like there's something holding it on. Oh, it's still on there. Good. I don't feel any. I don't even know what this thing is. So I went, surfed the internet. I found the auto repair guys, which I will put a link below. But this thing here, they call it the crankcase breather or the crankcase ventilation. And there's 8 bolts, so I got all the bolts off. So this, I think, is just seized down from grime and dirt. So I'm gonna pry that off gently and let's see what's behind there. So I got it. As I thought, this was just basically encrusted on. I took a screwdriver and right at the seam, just right at the interface where this plastic piece meets the metal, and I just tapped it with a small hammer and it just kind of popped out. So I would still recommend being very gentle, only because I assume this is super brittle because it's super old. Woo! Yikes! I also learned from that website, this does have some kind of clip on it to take it off, so you can't just pull this out. So I'm gonna pull this out, figure it out, and then clean it a little bit, and then blow through it to test, confirm that this baby is stuck open, stuck closed, something. So here it is. I assume that's supposed to be open, and it's completely clogged. Let's get some better light. Completely clogged, I assume. So I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. So air should flow from A to B, so from here to here. It does flow, and then not the other way. And it does not. Huh! So I'll be honest, it looks like this thing is working.
What you talking about, Willis?
But then maybe that's a filter. I'm not quite sure what that is. Gonna be honest, now I'm a little confused. Fortunately, my cousin Vinnie's bottomless money bags, so I'm going to clean this up a bit and then order as much stuff as I can. I want to replace every possible gasket and O-ring and everything that I can, and clean this up. And I'm Still a little bit confused why that thing still works, yet all the oil was leaking.
3 weeks later.
So the parts came in. Let's take a very quick review, just so we're all on the same page. So, new PVC valve from the dealer, PVC or PCV O-ring. It does not come with an O-ring, note. Crankcase vent gasket for this thing. PCV hose to go from this to the air intake gasket, a new metal EGR pipe gasket, and a throttle body gasket, but I don't like it. Take note, it's a cardboard or felt, whatever this is, that comes with this kit. Probably just use the original metal, but as long as this is out, I want to show everyone what to expect. You can't see all these bolts. So this is the bolt pattern. When this is connected to the engine block, it sits like this. 8 bolts for that. Now let's look at the intake manifold. So looking straight on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to the side. On the side, then there's a 6, there's a 7, and then way down there is the 8th. And those are all the bolts that keep this baby on. So this is interesting, figuring out how this cap comes onto this. It doesn't screw in. You would think you'd put it in and twist it, but there are no threads that I can see, just these holes, and you look closely at the receiving end. So I'm thinking you line up these holes with those divots and you just press down, is what I think it's going to be. So, and if you line up that hole with that edge, it only seems to fit one way. So this way they line up, but if I rotate to the next one, you see how it's lined up there, but it's not lined up there. So this is indexed. So I'm going to line it up, and all I can imagine is that you just push. I gotta set you down. I just kind of cram it on there, and I think what happens is when you turn this thing left or right, it'll catch on those little edges and then pop off. But as far as I can tell right now, it's in there, and I can twist this left and right. So I'm calling that good. It works. All right, all I'm gonna do is basically put everything back on in reverse order, torque it to as many specs as I can find, and drive it, and then we'll see. So I'm gonna bring you back when it's all put together, unless there are some best practices. Other than that, everything's just cleaned up, polished, and ready to be installed. That is all for now.
Day 2, day 3, day 4.
The time has come to attempt to start. So in theory, I have all the connectors plugged in. Things are not tightened down all the way, because I assume I'm going to have to take this all apart again, because I will have missed something, but tightened enough to run. Got the serpentine belt back on, got the power steering pump back on, got all the connectors in, tubes. I guess this is the big moment. Let's see what happens. That's beeping. Gentle. Oh, it's too fat. Get in. Oh, yes. Okay. So, remember the parasitic draw video? My other cousin Vinny is putting in a aftermarket hands-free one of these modules, upgrading the car a little bit since the old radio was bad. All right, let's see what happens. Wow. I can't believe it just started. All right. Wow. Success. All right, so all I'm gonna do now is just tighten everything up, button it all up, and then drive it for 100, 200 miles, look underneath for oil, and hopefully there won't be any, and that'll close out this whole dang car's series, except for maybe that radio you just saw. So, anyways, good day. Been a little bit over 100 miles. Now let's take a look at the PVC leak. So, that's where it used to be all full of oil. You can see that tube right there. That tube there before was covered with oil. That appears to be very clean. That is the bottom of the intake manifold. That appears to be clean. Let's go look up top. So this is the map sensor from the top, and okay, it looks good. I don't see any oil or anything seeping out. So let's give it another 100 or so miles. All right, let's get a look at the PVC stuff. So there's the crankcase vent, that thing right there. There's the hose that goes to the intake. It looks beautifully clean. Me likey. Looking at the map sensor, looks good. I don't see any oil. PCV, and that looks nice and dry. And looking at the map sensor, that looks good. I do not see any oil leaking. Looking at the map sensor, looks good. I see powder. I'm calling that dry. I'm thinking at this point, I'm calling this good. Let's go check the bottom. All right, so it's been about well over 500 miles. I'm looking at the PCV hose, and that still looks dry. So I am calling the PCV fix complete and fixed. I see the crankcase ventilator box is nice and dry. So I think that's good. I'm calling this one a wrap. Nice. So remember this thing? Yes, the last piece that goes over the map sensor area. I'm going to install this, and this should be the final installation of this project. So 8mm bolts and drop. All right, let's get this out of the way, you idiot. Let's see, how does this go in, I think. Let's see. Okay, this concludes the fixing of the PCV valve and associated gaskets and plumbing. So this is all in here, it all works. I'm gonna button this up and call it a day. All right, goodbye, my old friend. Be well.
Oh no, not again! Not again! Get it!
I sure do love people chasing wheelchairs.
I sure do!